to the first ever episode of the Bro Down Cast. This mini podcast episode is brought to you by your favorite podcast, Third Life Crisis Podcast. In the Bro Down Cast, or BDC for short, Jon and I discuss random shit, I don't know, for about 20-30 minutes. We gather around the hearth and drink a glass of whiskey, then we smoke a cigar, not in front of our technology because we don't want to replace it, but, in spirit we'll be doing so. We are putting out this mini episode because, as we stated a few episodes ago, life is hard in your 30s, Trying to get together once a week and put out a quality episode for all our third lifers. Sometimes I can't do it. Sometimes Jon can't do it. Sometimes Cassie can't do it. But we still wanted to strive and put out a new episode every week for y'all. So we decided to just get together, record an episode whenever we're available on our normal recording days, which is Wednesday. So that's what this is. When Jon and I are recording, it'll be the Bro Down Cast. When Cassie and I are recording, I think we're going to go with Couples Corner. And when Jon and Cassie are recording, hell has frozen over. Everyone, please find your family, kiss them, hold your children, hold your pets, and you say your prayers. But other than that, Jon, what the hell are we going to talk about?
Hello, I have no idea.
Excellent.
But yeah, like Austin said, we're down a man, down a woman, down a podcaster. We still want to get something out to you guys, so we'll see what happens here. It's gonna be sloppy. It's not gonna be perfect.
The trio has now become the duo for this episode.
But that's okay, right?
Yeah, there's Batman and Robin. There's so on and so forth.
I can't think of any other duos.
There's so on and so forth.
You should probably Google and then edit this whole part out.
There's other duos. We could go back to last week's podcast, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Going back to the Ballers episode. They're duos. But
yeah, we have nothing planned, no docket to look at, no roadmap to go by. So we'll see what happens here. This is not meant to be this is not meant to be the same length of a podcast that we do put out.
Right.
Since we're 2/3, you can't expect that much. We're missing Cassie. Cassie does really hone in that 1/3.
Yes.
I'm starting to realize that right now.
We're missing the spark that'll fuel the fire.
She's gonna hear this. She's gonna be like, "Oh my god."
That'll bring the First Order down.
But yeah, so what do you think? What are we gonna talk about?
Well, I figured we were talking about it earlier today when we were texting. Are you ready to go back to work?
I'm not, and I don't know if anyone's caught up in the whole situation that I found myself in, but I'm still employed. But luckily, I had the opportunity to take an extended amount of time off with pay, because I wouldn't have done it otherwise, to be with the baby. So since the baby was born till about now, for another 2 weeks, I've been a stay-at-home dad. It wasn't that bad. It hasn't been that bad. I kind of miss going to work, but like I said, if I wasn't getting paid, it would be a different situation.
Sure.
But yeah, I go back to work on the 2 more weeks, in 2 more weeks, mid-December. So, it's probably going to feel like a whole new job, a brand new job.
Right, because you were off for essentially 4 months, right?
Yeah. 16 weeks is what I was able to get, not complaining. And contrary to what people may think, it has not been a vacation, taking care of a little child. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's been a full-time job in itself. I will say this: Jessica went back to work weeks ago already, a while back, and that separation from the kid from the first time is always tough. from what I hear, Jessica was missing the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really think about how it was going to affect me personally until recently. I was talking to Jessica and I was like, damn, you know what? I think it's going to hit me the hardest because I've been with her all day, every day, from morning till Jessica gets home, every single day during the week. And I don't know what to expect as far as emotions. Like,
right.
I'm not saying I'm going to go all ballistic crying or anything, but I think it's going to be tough, and I'm going to miss the baby.
Right. And obviously she's going to miss you too, not having you there.
Yeah, it's going to be a new, routine for her as well, because we're going to have family helping out, watching her, and it's going to be a lot of driving. I think I calculated it's going to be, I forgot what I told you, to be honest, but it's like 70 miles a day or 80 miles a day.
For you.
For me, and then like another maybe 60, 70 miles for Jess a day. Just going and coming and picking her up, dropping her off and whatnot. But yeah, she's going to be in the car a lot in the morning. She's going to be seeing new faces daily, not my face, not Jessica's face too much when we're both starting to go to work. But yeah, two weeks from now, I'll be getting back on that horse and going to work.
That's a long time to be out of work. I don't remember. I guess I've never been off work that long before. What's the longest you've been out of work prior to this?
The longest I've been, I would say, is probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
And that was a combination of a vacation and my grandpa passing. While I was on vacation, my grandpa passed away, so that kind of turned into bereavement.
Right, that was recent.
That was 2 years ago. No. Yeah, 2 years ago now. I think it's been 2 years.
Oh wow.
Or maybe a year. It was a year this past summer, actually.
Right. Okay, that sounds more right. Okay.
But yeah, other than that, I've never thought that taking an extended amount of time off would feel so. Usually people go and relax or go on a vacation and stuff, but no, I was at home with the baby.
Right. I mean, it's not a relaxing thing to be off that long. I know we talked about this, and you mentioned it right now about how it's going to feel like a brand new job, pretty much, being gone for that long and coming back. I know when Cassie and I went on vacation for 2 weeks, coming back was odd, and that was just 2 weeks. And I mean, we were on vacation. We still checked emails. We still we didn't reply to anybody. We still kept up with everything that was going on, but coming back still felt very weird. So I'm sure 16 weeks is going to feel exponentially different from when you left in August.
Yeah, like I said, I'm expecting it entirely to feel like a first day, brand new job, brand new company, potentially brand new everything. My team that I work on have moved to a different building altogether, so I'm not even going back to the familiarity of having the same office or computer desk that I was working at. Like, it's completely new. I'm not sitting next to the same people anymore. I don't know if any of those people are still there, because I've heard a lot of people have left or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. You guys will be sure to hear what happens and how the first day back goes. And it's around the corner.
That's crazy, because you think about it, your schedule has changed so much since last December. Even like monthly, it's changed since last December. I just feel tired for you.
Well, yeah, last December we were getting married. A year ago, actually, we're celebrating, me and Jessica, our anniversary this coming Sunday on the 8th. Yeah, so a year ago, we were a week from getting married. A year later, I'm a week from going back to work, from being off from having a baby. So yeah, and it's just going to get more hectic. Like I said, the whole travel schedule that we're anticipating daily, it's just going to get more hectic and exhausting, I'm sure. So I'm trying to enjoy these last few weeks, days, hours, minutes. I'm trying to soak it in more so now, just because I know it's going to be go until who knows when, until the baby moves out. I don't know.
A couple decades later.
Yeah. So.
Well, at least you have a good podcast to listen to, Third Life Crisis Podcast. Search us on all social media, and now you can listen to the Bro Downcast as well. So I'm sure you and little Juliet will be fans driving to and from places.
Yeah, she'll keep hearing my voice when I'm not with her.
There you go. Just have them play that for her. Speaking about being off for an extended period of time, there are coworkers at where I work that take sabbaticals, and so they'll be off for same thing, like months, a year, years even. And I was just talking to one recently who took off for a whole year, and basically just like kind of chilled. And they did go on a vacation for a couple weeks, but the rest of the time it was kind of just chilling, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that or if I would want to do that. I like what I do. I like working. I enjoy it. And I also enjoy going on vacation. So like doing a 2-week vacation sounds great, but taking a sabbatical or an extended leave, you know, when I'm not sick or injured or anything like that, just seems so foreign and strange to me.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard sabbatical, I thought it was something like religious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm taking time off to go through a religious experience or something.
Sure, a pilgrimage.
It wasn't until later in life, yeah, something like that. You know, discover my connection with the beyond. I don't know,
mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until later. You know, I was like, oh, you know, this is just breaks. People are just taking long breaks.
Yeah,
like to get away.
Yeah.
So like these people who are doing that you or the one that you know, are they saving everything? Like what is funding this sabbatical?
One is they save enough to where they don't have to work for a whole year or however long it is, and they have the money to support themselves for the whole year, and they come back and pick up just like normal. I've heard others, they do it when they get a divorce and they use that money to fund their extended leave.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like I guess if someone passes or there's life insurance or a will and you come into money, I've seen that also where, you know, depending who passed away and how close you are with them, if you want an extended period of time to grieve, you take a longer period of time to grieve, and, you know, say they had so much in their will that was given to you, you can use that money to help offset some of the bills while you're not at work. So those are the type of things I've seen. I just think even with all that, it seems very strange to do that, knowing that when you come back, again, like you said, it's going to be very, very different.
Yeah, I mean, 4 months ago sounded like it was a long time, and now that it's 2 weeks away, it feel like it went by. A year sounds like it's forever. I wonder if those people coming back think that it went by too fast. Maybe.
And if it was me, I'd feel like I would have to have accomplished something in that year. Unless even when I'm retired, like I would still want to accomplish something or do something in that year, and not just do what I would normally do on any other weekend, just watch YouTube and football, and you know.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, I find myself wanting to do more things outside of this house, being that I'm so confined to it. You know, I don't really take the baby out. There's nowhere for me to take her out to. You know, she doesn't walk or anything. I'm carrying her everywhere, mm-hmm. or in a stroller. Mm-hmm. But like, there's beautiful days that we've had that I've been wanting to go fishing, you know, or I don't know, to the movies, or you know, whatever. These past 2 days, you know, it felt good to get out. I was actually taking the baby. We went to Home Depot and to Lowe's to buy Christmas stuff. That's another topic I wanted to see. We'll get into here in a little while. I can't imagine spending the year off and not doing something productive with that time.
Right. Don't know what it would be, but it would have to be just something. Make something, build something, create something.
Travel, right?
Travel. It would just have to be something. But taking a whole year off, in my mind, like say I did come into money somehow, I mentioned talking to Cassie about this. In my mind, I would say, okay, we could take like a 2 week vacation, go somewhere fun, but then the rest of it, wouldn't you just want to save it and like have your retirement sooner than later?
Yeah, I'm sure I could. If I came into money, I could probably find a lot of things that it can go to. Like not necessarily things that are like fun or anything like that, but like bills and debt and
Right.
I was watching this video on YouTube. This guy, Mr. Beast. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Uh-huh.
He gave his posse, his crew. He split $100,000 between all of them evenly, so it was like $13,000 each. And he said, "You have 1 hour to go spend this all." And a lot of them had trouble. They were like, "What am I going to spend this on?" So they'd go buy iPhones and shoes and watches, and they'll be like, "I still have $6,000 left." Like
Right.
they ended up doing it because he gave them more time, but. I don't know if I'd be able to spend that much money that quick.
Well, right. Okay. So answer. What would you spend $13,000 on right now?
In an hour, if someone gave me $13,000 right now, I would, dude, I'd probably go to like, I don't know, all the loans, and it still wouldn't be enough. No, I mean, if I really want to do something with it though, I'd probably, I don't know, pay off a credit card or two and then go buy Christmas gifts. Okay. Go to Best Buy real quick. I can spend $13,000 at Best Buy, I think, pretty easily. Well, speaking of Christmas, I said I'll get into it. I wanted to see what you thought about it, because this is my first year doing it. I'm a first year homeowner. You're just completing your first year, heading into your second year. Mm-hmm. But Christmas lights, what do you think about those? Did you put any up last year?
Yeah, yesteryear. Last year. Yesteryear. Back in my day. Okay, boomer. Yeah, last year we did put up Christmas lights. We bought, I want to say it was like 4 strings of Christmas lights with medium-sized bulbs to put on the rim of our roof. And then we bought 2 inflatable things, right? One was a pink one was frosty, to put in front of our house. And that's all we did, and it looked nice in the way it reflected off our house. The lights made it look like we had one of those projection lights shining on our house, even though it was just a bulb shining down on the house. So it looked really nice, and we were always going to do the lights, but we definitely wanted to do them after we saw our neighbors put their stuff up. And in fact, our neighbors, I believe, even texted us, or we probably had talked to them during the weeks leading up to Christmas, and they did drop the line of like, "Oh yeah, us 4 houses, we always decorate our Christmas with Christmas lights." So it was kind of a thing of make sure you put your lights up.
A requirement, yeah.
And then Cassie loves to go to the after Christmas shopping, pretty much anywhere, but usually we go to Target first. We hit up that store, and after Christmas of 2018. We went to Target and picked up even more lights. So I have even more lights to put up this year. They're thin ones, and I'm going to wrap our 2 front trees with them. And I believe we picked up another inflatable little thing. I don't remember what it is. So we do have those, and the plan was to put them up after Thanksgiving, literally the Friday, Black Friday. But that Friday and pretty much the whole weekend, the weather was just bad. It rained off and on, so we really didn't get a chance to put them up. And the plan is to put them up this coming weekend.
Okay, so you're going to do that this weekend?
Yeah, that is the plan. We can get into the whole topic of lights, but I can ask you that question afterwards. Go ahead. What are you doing for Christmas lights or for decorations?
Well, this was the first, like I said, me and the baby went to Home Depot and Lowe's yesterday, and then today Home Depot and Lowe's again. But I had never bought Christmas lights. I would set them up for my mom in her house, but she already had them.
Right.
So this is the first year that I went out and looked, and sure enough, I'm looking, and it's already after Thanksgiving, and people already have ransacked the stores, so there wasn't really a lot to choose from.
Sure. But
I ended up finding some that I liked. I bought probably like 100 feet of Christmas lights. I was outside that morning measuring the house, my approximation. So I went and bought some, and they ended up being colored lights. I always wanted white lights, and Jessica put the idea in my head that colored lights could be better. So right before I bought them, I asked her, "What do you prefer?" And she said it doesn't matter, but they were out of the white light, so I got the colored lights. Anyway, I bought 100 feet of that, and a staple gun and whatever. I was going to staple them to the house, and that was it. So then I come home and I started looking at YouTube videos on how to put up lights the right way and whatnot, because I just want to make sure they're right. My mom's was real easy. It's not a big house. This is my house. I want to make sure it's done correctly and whatnot. So I saw this guy with clips. So we have bulbs, and they recommended putting a clip on each bulb and then clipping it to the shingle on the roof. And I didn't have any clips. I bought a staple gun, and the bulbs that I have, they say it looks nice when you point them out towards the street and they're all pointing the same direction and whatnot. So I have this idea in my head now. So then today I went out and I looked and I went and bought some clips, and I didn't know how many clips I needed. So I was trying to remember how many light bulbs I had, and I have 300 light bulbs. So I needed 300 clips. So they sold the clips in boxes of 50. So I had to buy 6 boxes. So $100 later, just in clips, I have all the clips I need. And I was trying to justify this, and Jessica said, usually buy Christmas lights once every 5 years or so. So hopefully this was an investment, and I hope these clips work.
They do work. We have clips.
Do you have? And you said you have the bulbs too?
Yeah. So same thing at my parents' house, it was just put the lights up. They already had the nails around the house to hold everything, and so that was fine. But when we got our lights, I remember telling Cassie, I don't know how we're going to clip these, because some of these are going to have to be clipped to the roof, and then some of them are going to have to be clipped to the gutter. So I don't know how we're going to do this. And then when we're there at the store, we bought the lights, and then we saw the clips, and the clips we bought, I'm sure you got the same ones where you can turn them and they can clip either vertically or horizontally. And so those are the ones we got. And I didn't clip every bulb when I did it. I think I went every other bulb or every 2 bulbs or something. But I made sure they were all facing the same way, and that's what made the light really shine on the house. Like I said, that made it look like we had one of those projections facing at our house. So yeah, we did buy the clips for the bulbs we got.
I'll give an update next week, because I'm going to try this weekend, but I'm not confident that these clips are the right clips. They don't swivel like what you're saying, and I'm not sure exactly how a bulb is going to fit on there. So I got to look at it. I was kind of in a hurry because the baby was kind of rustling in the stroller, so I kind of and they only had 13 boxes, and I bought 6 of them, so I kind of wanted to hurry up and get out of there before, someone was like, "Oh, are you gonna take that?" I was like, "Yeah." Anyway,
right.
So I'll give the update next week. Hopefully it's the right ones, but if it's not the right ones, I'm gonna go return it, and I'll probably have to buy them online, because they were out of everything else. There was no other clips.
Right. I remember the clips we bought some, and then we needed another box, and when we went back, they were difficult to find. But yeah, you just pop it, and then the way you insert one part into the actual clip determines whether it clips vertically or horizontally. So it should just be a thing you pop, and then you insert one into the other.
Assuming we have the same clips, yeah, that's what I'm expecting to do. But
right.
I don't know if we do. There's different types, and I just hope they work, because, like I said, it was about $80 worth of clips.
Jeez.
But yeah.
So you wanted white lights, and Jessica wanted colored lights?
Jessica's always liked colored lights on a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So she liked colored lights in general, and I've always liked the clean look of white lights in a tree outside, whatever. And then I wanted them to be LEDs and bright and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I like how white looks. The white lights look. I think it just looks nice and crisp and real clean. I feel like colors is I don't know. These are really bright, so I'm gonna have to learn to like them.
We had the same discussion too, because Cassie wanted white lights, and I wanted colored lights, and so we got colored lights. And even the lights that we bought for the tree last year at the after Christmas sale, we bought them colored lights. But
I guess that's the time to go, huh? After Christmas to buy all these lights.
Definitely. But I would prefer colored lights for our Christmas tree as well. But because we're doing colored lights outside, we went ahead and did white lights on our Christmas tree inside. Plus, the white lights on our Christmas tree match the garland we have around our inside of the house that are also wrapped in white lights. So it kind of all matches on the inside, and then it'll all match on the outside.
Do you have a tree up already?
Yes. Yeah, Cassie put that up Black Friday.
Just like I've grown up with artificial trees my whole life. Jess has grown up with a real tree her whole life. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get a real tree, which I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. She says no more than $80 or so. So that sounds okay. But yeah, I've never really kept a tree alive. Like, I know you got to buy the stand and fill it with water every day or almost every. I mean, I don't know the rules of a tree. Yeah. But we're going to have that in the house pretty soon. But we can't get that until, like she said, maybe next week, because if you get it too soon, then it dies.
Yeah.
Like
depending
faster,
when
I
you
guess.
get it, it's going to depend on how much care you're going to have to give it and take care of it and what you have to give it. So same thing again, but just opposite. I've grown up having a real tree my entire childhood, and Cassie, I believe, had a real tree early on, but then I believe her sister was allergic to it. And so from then on out, they had artificial trees. So same as y'all, but just opposite. And when we were getting our tree, I never wanted a tree for the apartment because we're never here for Christmas. We always, go down. But when we got the house, we were like, fine, we'll get a tree for the house. And so she wanted an artificial tree, and that's what we went with because, it costs money up front, but it's good. And I like that it's easy to put away, easy to set up. You don't have to actually, obviously, water it or clean off the needles as they fall or any of that stuff. So we went with that.
Yeah, that's all I had.
So continuing with the Christmas theme, are you finished buying presents?
Haven't even started,
and
dude.
What did you get me?
Haven't even started, so haven't got you nothing yet.
Gotcha.
And I think it's going to be a you and Cassie gift, not a just you gift. I think last year we got you just you gifts, which I think was it Red Lobster, or was that for your birthday? I don't even know. I don't know. That's usually Jessica's department.
Last year for Christmas, I believe you got us Torchy's gift card.
Oh, is that what it was?
And then birthday was Red Lobster, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have until the 25th, I think. Because you're going to be down here, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You're coming down for the baptism. Oh, yeah. So I guess we haven't announced that either, but Austin's going to be the godfather of Juliet, the baby. So, however else you want to spoil her, you don't have to wait for her birthday or anything.
What do you mean?
I think you're obligated to get her gifts like all the time now.
Right. Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? Her Christmas is coming up. Why would I wait for her birthday?
Well, I'm saying like after Christmas, but before August, she's probably expecting something.
Mm-hmm. Something every month.
Yeah.
A new outfit every month. It's just gonna be my same. It's just gonna be my face on her shirt every day or every month.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I'll be down there for the baptism. Probably gonna leave work. I'm probably gonna leave that Friday. Maybe, we don't know. But yeah, we have to be down there and we have to go to a class in the morning for the baptism.
Yeah, we gotta do a class and then we'll have the actual mass service that afternoon.
Right.
And then that's all I have planned so far. I don't know. Hope she's a good kid, dude, because I've seen some other kids, no offense to those people's kids, but they cry when the water gets on them, and I understand why, but I just hope she's just okay with all of it.
Just start spraying water on her now. Get her ready.
Get her used to it.
She's been training for this moment.
So she doesn't like to just sit down. You have to like stand up and walk with her or she'll get mad. Mm-hmm. So I can't imagine her sitting down during the service or the mass.
It's been a while
for an hour.
It's been a while since I've been to a baptism, but I mean, you can walk. I mean, as the mass is going on, you can walk around with her, and then when it comes time to go up, then you just go up, right? Like you and Jessica could switch off as.
Yeah, and she's a hot baby. Like she runs hot, so a big old fluffy dress on her. I don't know. It's gonna be an adventure that day.
She'll like the cool water.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, we'll keep y'all in. We'll keep everyone who's listening in update with that. But that's all I got for today, dude. You got anything else?
That's it. We're almost, I don't want to say almost done Christmas shopping, but we're halfway through. Got a lot of the little kids' presents out of the way already. So now it's just small things here and there for others. Just have to pack everything up and make sure it all fits in the car going down there.
And you're going to be here for how long?
We'll be back up here for New Year's. When we come back,
Okay.
what day? I don't know. But we'll be back up here for New Year's. I saw a badass silver sparkle suit at JCPenney's that I want to wear for New Year's Eve. But I'm still a little too big to fit into it.
That's funny.
But anyway, that could be next year's resolution.
Fit into that sparkle suit.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next Bro Down cast in 2020 to see if Austin fits into that sparkle suit from JCPenney's. But until then, thank you for listening to the first ever Bro Down cast. Again, this was just a mini episode. Since we all have busy lives, we can't all meet on the same day or time to record. So this Bro Down cast is just John and myself discussing random stuff. We'll probably continue that way until we figure out what we want to do with it. But anytime Cassie's called away with the bat signal to go fight crime, John and I will be here as I don't know what, Oracle and I don't know, Barbara Gordon. I don't know. I'm trying to go back to that dynamic duo reference at the beginning. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll figure it out by the next time, hopefully.
Yeah,
we'll get some more references down.
Yeah, we'll get some estimates. Until then, thank you for listening. You can find the main podcast by searching at Third Life Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can follow us on there to see how we're surviving our third life crisis. If you like this episode, go there, rate, subscribe, and leave a review on iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere else that you're listening to. Again, to find us, just search 3RD Life Podcast, and be sure to follow our individual Twitter accounts. They are at jmike2689, at castle_Cassie, and at the Austin Luna. Until next time, remember the Bro Down cast motto: start up, cash in, sell out, bro down.
We'll see y'all later.
Later.